All right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely afternoon in which Ahayah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and will rest therein. I'm coming with a topic. The topic is the way of Ahayah is in stone. In stone. The ways of Ahayah is in stone. Okay? Is in stone. What does that mean? It means he's not coming to make it your way. He's not coming to do it your way. He's not coming to deal with your feelings, your emotions, your personal opinion, your interpretation, and your feelings and your understanding. Ahayah's ways are in stone. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 86. Psalms 86. Psalms 86 and verse 11. In Psalms 86 and verse 11, it reads, Teach me thy way. Teach me, Ahayah, thy way. O Ahayah, I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name. Psalms 26, verse 11. Teach me thy way. See, in this day and time in which we are in, coming from one that has been taught from the wilderness and continuing to be taught from that level, I realize that Ahayah's ways are graved in stone. That means he's not buckling up to Sister Deborah's ways, to Sister Deborah's opinion, to her feelings, her emotions, her understanding. Everything is finished in him. It is even finished in his sight. Okay? So where we at today is a place where we need to be steadfast on repent, and understand that Ahayah has a way. His way is not your way. His way is his way. And the way he has orchestrated all things from the beginning to the end. So should we hook up to your way, or should we stick with his way? When here in Psalms 86 and verse 11, teach me thy way. And because when you have that sincere inner man that really desire to know the way of the Most High, guess what? You're going to be better off because you want to know his way. Why? You come to understanding your way don't mean anything. It's not going to go according to your way. It's not going to go according to your feelings and your emotions. Guess what? It's not going to even go according to your understanding, your mood swings. It's not going that way. His way is in solid stone. Things that I even would desire for him to blink at or to just wink at or change or say, he's not going to. Not even for me. Not even for Yeshua. Not even for the world. So what makes us think that it has to go according to the way we interpret it in our flesh? See, a lot of people don't understand. Their understanding is really basically in the flesh. And their flesh is their worst enemy. But they take on their ways in their flesh without even being able to comprehend. Your flesh is your own worst enemy. Just imagine how it can be enemy to others. Yes, it is. And yes, it can. So I want you to see here in Psalm 68, verse 11. It reads, teach me thy way, Ahayah, O Ahayah. I will walk in thy truth. When Sister Deborah says spirit and truth, he is a spirit. He said we can't worship him no other way. You see? And he is truth. So here in Psalms, it's telling, I will walk in thy way, Ahayah. Not Sister Deborah's way. Not Sister Deborah's feelings and her emotions and her understanding. But in thy way shall I walk in. Okay? Teach me to walk in that way, Ahayah. And what? I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name. Here today, people do not understand. You have to have a fear that has been given to you from Ahayah. You have to have a fear. He said, I didn't give you the spirit of fear, but of a sound mind. That spirit of fear, he's meaning in the flesh. I didn't give you that to be fearful of the things of the world. I gave you a sound mind. And in that sound mind, you will be even fear who I am. And it's a different kind of fear, but it's a fear. And it's similar, but it's not the same, because it's not coming to scare you or frighten you as fear in the flesh does. It comes to comfort you, to give you peace. Okay? And here it says in verse 11, unite my heart to fear thy name. Thy name. If you think for 1 minute the people here on the earth today fears the Father's name, that's what the whole world is missing. They're missing that. And guess why they're missing it? Because he didn't give them his gift of fear. He didn't give it to them. He only given it to those that he has chosen. Chosen to what? To fear him. And all those gifts, everybody said it happened, but they don't. Only way you gain those is through Ahayah himself. You don't even gain those gifts from Yeshua. You gain those gifts from heaven above, from the throne of the Father, right hand. That's the only way you gain those gifts. You see? So everybody who said, oh, I got the Ruach HaKodesh, or I got this, I have the gift of this, and I have the gift of that. Keep singing to yourself. Keep singing it to yourself, because the fire in which he has now on the earth, it's going to try your mouth. It's going to try your gift. It's going to try your ability that you say you have to do this and to do this and to do this in his name. It's all going to be tried, because it's going to buckle up on you. And a lot of people don't really comprehend what Sister Deborah said, the fire. The fire is going to suffer sickness to come upon you. It's going to suffer a pestilence to come upon you. It's going to suffer sorrow to come upon you. Death all around you. Loved ones falling away like flies. He's going to try you by that bad fire that you think you can withstand. Why? Because you don't have no fear and who you're dealing with and who he is. So therefore, you're going to find out what fear is in him. He can bring down some fire, y'all. He can bring down some fire. And let me tell you, Ahayah has a way that is in stone. So people can go right now. This is what people are doing. They're saying there's new books that they found that's telling the truth. Now, what happened to the Enoch and all the other books that was lost and that was taken out? What happened to all of that? You see what I'm saying? Now, everything, the Bible is a lie. Everything in it. The worstest thing Sister Deborah can do is to go in here and say, this a lie, this a lie, this a lie, this a lie, this is not true, this is not true, this is not true. Sister Deborah only called it smeared. You know why? I don't mess with that right hand. When you understand what the right hand of the Father is, then you don't come up on it, you don't buckle up on it, you don't push up on it, you don't boast against it. Oh, no, not the right hand, baby. The right hand is definitely something to fear. But what is happening today, there's no fear of anything that represents Yah. That's why you see the chaos in the land as far as people who say that they are about Ahayah and they this and they that and they this, they got this gift, they got this gift, they got this gift, they are this position, they're called to this, they are called to that, they're chosen, they're everywhere, all over the place. And nothing they have can show up and show out. Isn't that sad? Nothing they claim they have can show up and show out. Now that's what's sad. That is what's sad. Because it's impossible for you to have the Ruach and not know spirit and truth. Not know the difference in when you teach this word and when the word is being taught to you from the inner man. 99 trillion don't even know that. That's on this devil platform don't even know the difference. They don't know the difference from spirit and truth and teaching this book and all the other books. They don't even know the difference. They just assume that they can just get in there, consider themselves to be the chosen, the select, the special ones, the big positions, but they don't understand those are the positions he's gonna bring down with fire. He's gonna bring that stuff down, y'all. And Sister Deborah can talk, like I say, all day and all night. Now, but the reality of the talk is watch it walk itself out. But it's not gonna return, y'all. That's the sad part about it. Everything I say ain't gonna return back. It is not gonna return as if it was not true. Sister Deborah been having to know this gift in her since she was a young girl. So if you think for 1 minute, Sister Deborah don't know what she's talking about, she thinks she know what she's talking about, she ain't who she says she is. Let's see what the fire is going to try and whom it shall buckle up on or try by, who that fire is going to rest on. Because a lot of people, they want you to be a certain way with them and with the way they think, the way they feel, the way they comprehend things, the way they're willing to embrace things, the things that they're willing to accept. That's the fire, y'all. The fire will try you and see where you stand. The fire will try you and see where you stand. Sister Deborah ain't got no fire to try you with. Hallelujah. But I know where the fire rests. I tell you that. And I do know that that fire is going to try what you think you have, what you think you had, what you think you got, what you think you're getting. Hallelujah. Woo, Father, where you going with that? So it's going to try all that. And when it's all said and done, people don't even understand. Nothing you have can redeem you in sickness and in illness, in sorrow and in pain, in suffering of this flesh and anything that has connected to it. Oh, no. Nothing you have will redeem you from it. But that fire finna show you that you ain't got nothing like you think you have to live on and run on. Even this race, people think they got all these gifts, all these abilities, and all these blessings, and all these. Baby, the fire is kindled. It's already burning. And you're going to try it. It's going to be, not you ain't going to try it, it's going to try you. By everything in you that claims to be something to the Most High Ahayah. And that's the midnight hour we're in. You have to be tried by Ahayah himself. And the trying ain't like somebody on another flesh trying you, or another man trying you, another woman trying you. No, baby, this deeper than deep, because neither one of them can try you by fire. Not the fire that's spiritual, you guys. And nothing you have and nothing you got, nothing you gonna get, nothing you gonna accomplish, Nothing about you. Nothing. You getting, it's going to redeem you, nor keep you from the things that the fire is bringing upon all of us. Let me set an example. Today, when I got up, I went into the bathroom, and it said to me, I got a funeral to go to on the 5th, okay? A brother-in-law who passed away. And it says, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. Now, I asked him, I said, Father, now what am I going to do with that? He said, you know what you're going to do with it. Drop the word. This is the beginning. This is the start of something. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Father. Yeah? Hold up, nothing. You too, and all that's around you shall be tried by the fire. See, and what he meaning is there's things that's going to come upon us that's going to try us at where we said we are at with him. See if we stand. See if you stand. And all I begin to think of, who, me, Father, or mama, sister, ooh. But guess what? Whomever it is, whether it's me or whoever, he's going to prepare me from the inside out. Hallelujah. He has always prepared me to receive whatever come upon me. And truly, if I come to the bathroom in the morning and he said, I was thinking about Michael and his funeral, and he said, that's just the beginning. It's the start of something, Deborah. Right then, first thing I thought about my mama. Then I thought about my sister. I even thought about me. You think I got bent? No, I didn't get bent. Y'all's word is, his ways is in stones. He don't come to Sister Deborah and buckle up on me like he's scared of me. Oh, well, no, I ain't gonna let this happen because it's Deborah. Oh, no. You see? And if he come to my house and already done let me know my house is me, in me, my temple, and he done told me this is the start, Deborah, that's the love that I had, not the love, but the give and gave that he has put in me to know this is what he's going to bring upon me. He cares enough to let me know ahead of time. He didn't have to come tell me this morning, this is the start. I instantly knew what he was talking about. I got a little tad sadness, but my Father's word and his ways are in stone. He don't have to wait for Sister Deborah. He don't have to come back, Sister Deborah, well, something's going to happen in your family and it's going to do this. No. He tell me what's about to take place. He don't give me the fullness, but before it come up on me, even me, he's going to bring it before the table and put it on the plate in which I eat from. And I'm not talking about natural eat. I'm talking about spiritual. That's the comforter that I have come to know. You see? So I'm putting that out there to you to let you understand nothing excludes Sister Deborah in what I be saying to you all. I'm included. And if he had to come to me this morning, because he'd already dealt with me this 2 or 3 days, but he came this morning and said, this is the start. This is the beginning of something that's going to take place after this. Now I got to go and prophesy it to my family. How you think they going to take it? How you think they going to take it? Not too good, because they don't like to hear from Sister Deborah. You can do whatever. Let us not hear from Sister Deborah. Not from my sister Booby. No, we don't want to hear it. Because they know. But when I say something, it's backed up by something. They don't know what it is. It's the right hand of the Father that's going to back me up on whatever I say. Let me show you how it'll back me up. Say, for instance, if I say something that I shouldn't say, that right hand going to come in the midst of me and chastise me and discipline me like a father that really cares. That same right hand. So people really think that they're doing something today. And a lot of it has to do with the mindset of what they have, what they got, what they get. They look at it as, oh, I'm special to the Father because he gave me this. He ain't gave you nothing, baby. Think about what you lost to get what you got. That has nothing to do with y'all. Y'all blessing don't cause you to lose anything, to gain nothing. That's the key, in case a lot of people didn't know that. You don't get blessed by losing something. You get blessed because that's who he is. So with me, I wouldn't think of it as blessed, nothing. That's why the mind is disturbed, because it's thinking. And it runs in life to people. So when I'm going to these estate sales, and I just went to one earlier today, same thing, but it was my own people. I call them my people. They mindset was totally different than the heathens, you guys. Their mindset was totally different. And this sister from Detroit, she said, Miss Deborah, I understand exactly what you said. She ran down that thing, and I said, go, girl, go. Who are you? That's what I said to her, because she knew exactly what I was saying. Because I was saying, I've been to so many estate sales. And why is it the Gentiles, they say they do one thing, their feelings and their emotions toward their loved ones that has gone away is different than our people. You see? Totally different. They sell the house 2 or 3 days after the person is in the grave. The estate sale I went to today, these people are selling their mother's items. And it's been a year since she's been gone. Her house been sitting up there a year. And I sit and say, now, it's just different. And then the sister that came from Detroit said, Miss Deborah, I understand exactly what you said. And she re-said what I said. I said, it feels good to hear somebody that knows what I'm saying. You see, it feels good. She broke that thing in and out. I love that. And that's who I am. When people I can say something and they can climb on top of it and say the same thing I'm saying, but go a little higher. Hallelujah. That's what I'm talking about. You see, that's what Sister Deborah looked for. Because Sister Deborah wants to be the one to hand that baton, not sit here and continue. And that's where I'm at today. Even today, I'm about to bag up out of here. And my kids would say, but Mama, I'm surprised you ain't gone by now from YouTube, because that's who I am. I'll come in and get out of here like it ain't nothing. And I told her, I will. That's the feel I have. Because you're teaching and you feel you giving, but you get people on here want you to say what they want you to say. As if they called you because they got something. Baby, just because you got something, you better watch yourself, because sickness can come on you and take everything you got. You see what I'm saying? Things can happen that'll take everything you think you got. Furthermore, if y'all said, do this with this, and you turn around and did this, that still ain't even in the will of the Father. Because y'all are put on your spirit to do this, to give this, and want to give you what they want to give you. Because their heart is not right. Because a lot of times people take what they have and they think that it is the world. They have conquered the world. Don't ever want to have this world, y'all. Please, whatever you do, don't want to have the world and everything in it. Because it'll mess you up mentally first. And you won't have a chance spiritual. Okay, let's go to another verse. Let's go to John 14. Let's go to the Gospel of John. Let's see what the Gospel of John is saying. And what we're talking about is Ahayah'S ways are in stone. So he don't have to answer to us, y'all. We need to get off of that mess. And seriously, y'all, we need to stop thinking he has to buckle up to us and do what we tell him to do. Or the way we feel, the way our mood swings want to go, the way we want to do this and the way we want to do that. Go somewhere. Take everything you got with you. See how long you survive with it. Because anybody that's in their spiritual mindset, They round about now in the midnight hour, you ain't got no business running to and fro. And if you do, you have always been lost from the beginning. That's why you're still running to and fro, thinking you're gonna get and gain. Running all over the place. Run, run, run. Because you ain't gonna find nothing. Because Ahayah's ways are in stone. Okay? Now, when we go to John, the Gospel of John, chapter 14 and verse 6. Let's see what the Gospel of John, chapter 14 and verse 6 says. It says, Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. Let me say that again. Yeshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. I'm going to tell y'all, many don't understand that. So I'm going to say this here. The reason why they don't understand it and they won't understand it is because Ahayah has set it in those that he has called to his bosom to be chosen, to give it to you in the proper order, which is spirit and truth, that you may understand it. Yeshua is saying something very powerful here. And I love what he's saying. Yeshua said unto him, he was saying unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto me, cometh unto the Father, but by me. What is he talking about? He said, I'm Yeshua, but I am Yeshua, but I am. Who is the I am? Who is the I am? The Father. I am the way. The Father is the way. What is Yeshua saying? Now here it is here. This is what I was explaining to you all. It's okay to listen to people who's going into spirit and truth of the matter of situation. Yeshua said, you come on to me. Connected to me is the power. The power that'll bring you to the Father. He is the I am. But the way you get Yeshua, no, the way you get Hamashiach, the way you get Hamashiach, okay, is the power. The power connects you through me. Notice it says Yeshua. Where's Hamashiach at? That's what Yeshua is saying. Hamashiach is going to take you to what? I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. How are they going to come to the Father? By the power, and only through the power, which is the Hamashiach, the Father's right hand. See, when you're hearing Yeshua, to me, I love his whole mission, because I love how he gave all the authority and the right and the credit to the Most High Ahayah. Let's go right back. Let me go right back here to Psalms. Psalms 86. Let me show you exactly what I was talking about. Psalms 86, and it was verse 11. Okay? And it said, verse 11. Listen to what it says. Teach me thy way, O Lord. That's Ahayah. That's Ahayah there, y'all. Teach me thy way, Ahayah. I will walk in thy truth. Unite my heart to fear thy name. Now let's hear the way that Yeshua is talking. Yeshua said to him, I am the way. I am the way. Who is the way? The Father, Yeshua HaMashiach, is the way. And his way, how he did it is, you come through Yeshua. HaMashiach is the way. HaMashiach is the Father's right hand. It is the power that brings you to the bosom of the Father. You see? He's telling us, y'all, you got to come through Me. Why? Because I got the Hamashiach right here on earth with me. Come through me. You'll see the Hamashiach. It's Yeshua Hamashiach, which the world called Jesus Christ. It is the Christ that brings you to the Father. He's ever present. He is the I am, because he's the I am power. Ever present. You see? And he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. What did the Father say in John chapter 1? That he is, life was in him. It was in Ahayah. You see, you go to John chapter 1 and you find out that it says in Gospel of John chapter 1, verse 4. And in him, he's talking about in the beginning was the word was Ahayah, and the word was Ahayah, and the word was with Ahayah. The same was in the beginning with Ahayah. And then it says, and all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Now watch this here. In him, in who? Ahayah. In him, in who? Ahayah is and was life. Now, here go Yeshua talking in, what was my chapter? John. And what did he say? John 14:6. What did he say? He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. There that life is. Who is that? Ahayah. Okay? No man coming to the Father but by me. He's letting you know the power that takes you to the altar, the power that takes you to the throne, the power that takes you to the Father is Hamashiach, Christ. And he's connected while he was speaking with Yeshua Hamashiach. So you got to come down Yeshua Hamashiach to get to the Father. And he was present on the earth saying this. The way you can get to the Father, you come through me. Because you come through me, because connected to me, the Father has given me his power, his spirit, and his word. So even Yeshua knows that the way of Ahayah is in stone. It's in stone. We can sit and we can teach it all kind of ways. We can turn it left, we can turn it right. When we finish the ways of the Father, that's the creator of all things in the heaven, all power, is the Father. Ahayah. His ways are in stone. Yeah, we can turn it any way we want, and we have. We have lied to people. We have manipulated people. We got people to believe it's this way. Y'all know it's this way. Oh, no, it's this way. No, it's down this way. And people are riding every way except for the way that is spirit and that is truth. Okay, now I liked it, John, and I liked it that in John because Yeshua even lets you know. You come through me, Yeshua is saying it. It says he said, because he know he didn't just come as the Son of Man. He didn't come as just the Son of Man. He come as the Son of Yah. Who was the Son of Yah? Christ, which is the Hamashiach. You see? And he's telling him, you come my way, which connected where I'm at now, Yeshua Hamashiach, then I can get you, I can show you the way to the Father. Now I can take you to the Father. But you got to come through me. Hallelujah. I have said in time past that the only one can bring you to the Father is Christ, which is the Hamashiach. That's the right hand power. He bring you all the way down to his throne and put you at his feet. That's if you're in the closet and you're dealing with him one-on-one. That power will bring you to the presence of his throne, and you will have a one-on-one relationship with him. That's that power. That's what the power does. That's why when you're coming, you said, I come to you, Father, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. Why? Because you're recognizing that power that brought you to his altar, that brought you to his throne, that brought you to his feet. But you don't get into prayer in your closet and forget that you just can't go there the way you want to go in your flesh, saying this. You got to come the right way or no way. Ahayah's ways are in stone. And I like the way Yeshua had put that, because he left out the power, but he said, I am. And I already know what the I am stand for, his right hand. See, people don't know Christ is the Father. That's the part of him that came down with Yeshua. It is his right hand power. Yeshua couldn't have done nothing without it. Let's say, for instance, if he came down with the word, wasn't good enough. The word wasn't good enough. What if he came down with his spirit? It wouldn't be good enough. It wouldn't be good enough. He got to come down with that power. You see? That power. See? And that's that right hand of the Father, his power. Okay? Now, let's go to Isaiah 55. I'm trying to kind of move into the area where we can understand Yah's ways is in stone. He's not going to cut short on Deborah. He's not going to cut short on nobody else. I mean that we are just not going to walk around and think it's going to be our way. And anything, to me, to really feel this thing, I'm flesh. And in me, sometimes gets sorrow, really sorry, because the way we do the Father. And I have to get up out of that, because I have to realize that because the world and those that are in the world treat him this way, don't mean I need to feel sorry, but I do. For some reason, I can't explain it, you guys. I cannot explain it. Outside of my spirit moans for the fact that the flesh of the people has no regard to his ways and who he represents and who he is and how powerful he is. And then he always has to bring the comforter to comfort me by saying, everything that is invested in you is in stone, Deborah. Because I remember when I was 58, he kept telling me that you were branded for my name's sake. I was like, wait a minute. He said, yes, you're branded for my name's sake. And then he was telling me about the heads that he had around me. And I was like, all right. And I began to tell the Father about how so much I'm seeing, and it's really heavy. And he said, I'm going to give you the endurance spirit so you can endure this side. And he has. But even though he gave me the gift to endure, okay, yet no, you still flesh. You see what I'm saying? And this flesh see things taking place and things reacting to where you be like, no. I'm going to show y'all an example about how solid his ways are in stone. And I'm going to give you a little bit of it, what he gave me today when I was driving as well. I'm going to make sure I give you that. But let's go to Isaiah 55. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 8. And let's see what 55 and verse 8 is actually saying here. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 8 and 9. Woo! For as the heavens are higher than the earth, praise the Most High Ahayah, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. So we cannot think that we can master his ways to the utmost and then try to climb on top of it and make his ways our ways or make our ways above his ways. Stand down and get far behind him. Far as you can. Don't come up on him because you don't know him like that. So he said in Isaiah 55 verse 8, he says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways. Wait a minute, no. He says, neither are your ways my ways, said Ahayah. Just letting you know, stand down. Don't even get your thoughts to weigh up on him and your ways to weigh up on him. His ways are solid. You can't compare. Your ways are weak. Your thoughts are weak. Why? Why are my thoughts weak, Sister Deborah? Why is my ways weak? Because it's of your flesh. Flesh can't buckle up against the Ahayah. And that's pretty much what he said. Get that flesh out of my way. It is not above my ways. Get that flesh thought out of my way. It is not above my way. So stand down. Okay, verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth. Woo, that's a good example. So are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts higher than your thoughts. See, this Sister Deborah, I just got to explaining that to you all. That we need to get out of this thing thinking that his ways is the way we say it is. Our ways, the way we think, the way we feel, the way we see it, the way our feelings is, the way our emotions is, our personal opinion, the way I understand the reading. You don't understand nothing because there's no understanding in this book for your flesh. Woo, Sister Deborah, you shouldn't have said that. That's not nice. Let me say it again. It's nothing in this book, nothing that you can bring upon the Father out of this book. It does nothing for your flesh. Nothing. And that's why you got so many people running around here denying the book itself and not even understanding. You can find spirit and truth in here, but you need the Ruach to take you there. You can't find spirit and truth in here in your flesh, out of your flesh understanding, your flesh wisdom, your flesh knowledge. So a lot of people, they get into this book and they read it and thinking they can capture this and capture that. Satan can capture that too, that which you have captured. That's why he gets people to ask so many questions that has no irreverence. That's Satan trying to screw somebody's head up. Because when you ask questions that has no relevance to your salvation, when you ask questions that does not give my Father the power out of his right hand, when you ask questions that does not give him credit for all things that's created, that was, is, and shall be, when you ask questions that don't have no relevance to the Father and the heavens itself, you ain't talking about nothing. Your question is vain and vast. See, and that's where his ways are in stone. His ways are higher. Your thoughts can't reach his thoughts. You see? And that's deep. Because when everybody run around here, I got the Ruach HaKodesh, I got the Holy Spirit, I got the Ruach. Yeah, you got it all right. You better check yourself. Because if you do, you should be standing down when you're trying to make a higher match up to your personal opinion, your personal feeling, your personal emotion. I don't want anyone coming to this page who feel that they know more about Ahayah than Ahayah know of himself. When people get like that, they begin to ask questions after questions after question after question after question. And all the question is vain and vast. It has no power behind it. It has no righteous behind it. It's Satan in a different disguise, trying to break the ones that Ahayah have sent out. See, people don't even understand. Everybody that Ahayah sends out, Satan come after them with many. People will come on your page just to question everything you said, just to test everything you said, just to climb on top of everything you said, so that their personal opinion can get soothed. Their personal feelings can be massaged, you see? And they don't even understand, baby, you don't know what ground you on. Because everything you've been on, guess what? All of that's going to be tried by the fire. You're going to wish it was a day that you can come to talk to somebody and you can listen to what God said the Most High in spirit and truth. If you all took, say, if you got on here, let's set an example. If you got on here and you took 100 people that you listened to on here, not one of them be speaking spirit and truth, and you would be able to discern it. You know why? If you took 100 people and listened to what they were saying, just take out like a week and listen to 100 people on these platforms, and then you take another 100 on Facebook, then you take another 100 on Patriot. When you come back, guess what you're going to look at? But Deborah, none of them giving Ahayah no glory. None of them giving him no praise. None of them recognizing his right hand. Nobody cares about his name in the whole ideal of fearing it. No one cares about his thoughts. No one cares about his ways. When you finish, you can sum it up yourself. Now, Sister Deborah is on here telling you, I'm this and I'm that, I'm this, I'm going to do this, he going to do this for me, and this, then you need to kick me all the way to the curve, to it ain't a curve left. That's how far you need to kick me. But if I'm trying to speak that which the Father gives unto me, spirit and truth, don't be so naive, Satan. Don't let Satan and his demonic spirits get the victory, because that's exactly what happens. He gets the victory every time, and I don't have no problem with it, because I think of this is what the Father says to me. He said, what did Yeshua say to me? All that thou hast given me. Hallelujah. I have not lost one. And he was talking about the betrayer as well. He's letting the Father know the ones that you have assigned, appointed, and anointed unto me to hear me, Father. Ahayah! I have not lost one. Even the betrayer, I haven't lost him either. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! People don't understand. Yeshua was here, the Son of Man, to teach our men and women how to serve the Father, how to put every ways his way. And Yeshua did an excellent job, y'all. He did a wonderful job, an excellent job, because everything he has done always referred us where? Back to the Father. And that's what Sister Deborah said. Everything I say will always rest right back to the Father. Even when I talk about our men, when I talk about our men, I talk about our men and the ways that they have in this day. It's not matching the will of the Father according to his word. You see? And how should Sister know? I have to get it from the Ruach, because the Ruach knows what is real and what is not. He knows all things. That means his ways. The only way you're going to get them is through him. His thoughts, the only way you're going to get it is through him. He letting you know, you don't know my ways. My ways is higher than yours, meaning your flesh ain't got nothing on me. My thoughts are higher than your flesh thought. Come on the other side with me in spirit and truth and get to know my thoughts. Get to know my ways. But they don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. No one wants to know his thoughts. No one wants to know his ways, because they want to stay in stupid in their flesh ways and consider it to be higher than the Most High's way, higher than the Most High's thoughts. And that's where we're at today. And that's why people are going to and fro, here and there, even within themselves. Oh, I got truth. I got righteous. I can judge what she's saying is true and what she's saying ain't true, and she's saying this and she's, yeah, you can do all that because your flesh got you bent all up. And when that day come, you're gonna wish that somebody like Sister Deborah was on this Deborah platform. You're gonna wish it was somebody that I can get on there and talk to and share my thoughts and share my ways or my feelings toward Ahayah. Somebody I can talk to about spirit and truth. This going on and that's going on. See, as long as they think that you're the weak link to the Father, like they have treated the Father, it's the same way. It's no different. They look at Ahayah, you the weak link. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how we as people consider him to be. You the weak link. But Sister Deborah tell you one thing. Oh, baby, he moved too many mountains out of my way for me to even consider to think that he's the weak link. He moved too many mountains out of my way. No, baby, he ain't the weak. He's the only link that can move a mountain. You see? So therefore, we think that the way we want to portray him and the way we want to believe in him and the way we're willing to accept him is when we got something. Oh, we can accept him this way. When people got so much going on for themselves and think they're higher than and above somebody else because they got this and they got that, those are people who lost without a cause. And they don't even understand. Sometimes Ahayah will drop a blessing right in front of you just to see how you cut up from the floor. See if you're going to be still humble. See if you're going to be about his business. See if you're going to give to what he tell you to give. No, they're not. They're going to give what they want to give. They ain't going to give what he tell them to give. See if they do what he tell them to do. No, because they so busy doing them. See, they can't hear through the Ruach HaKodesh saying, no, not your way. Because Yah is not going to tell you to do something that is not going to meet his need and what he wants you to do. He will let you do what you want to do. Wait till that time come. Let the fire be kindled. Not only the fire, but the time set is before us be all over us. And then what happens? We're trying to find somebody that can hear what we got to say. We're trying to find somebody that can touch the hem of his garment. You know, you all, when I go to the altar and go into the altar and go to the closet, this is what I do. I go into the closet and I go say, in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I come up before your throne. I come before your throne. And I picture myself. My whole mindset is at his feet. And at his feet, he has this robe. And it hangs over his feet. I grab that robe. I grab that robe. That's what I visualize when I'm in that closet. My hands are gripping that robe at his feet. I'm down. I'm all the way down. But my hands are gripping that robe. That's the way I take it in the spiritual realm. That's the way I see it. You see? So I'm not going to go in his closet my way. Oh, you think doing it in my way, saying it my way? No. Ahayah's ways are in stone, y'all. And it's a way you're going to come in that closet, and for sure, it's a way you're going to go out. Let me tell you something that came to me. You cannot call Ahayah until he has given you the name in the closet. If he don't give you the name in the closet, you don't have the right to be saying Ahayah. You don't have the right, because you will get bit with using it and abusing it. Now, let's take abusing off. Using it, and he'll say, I never knew you. Because this one prophetess in Jerusalem, I heard her say that probably 2 years ago, how people take stuff she says and redo it and use it. So I'm saying, in order for you to use Ahayah, you have to have been in that closet and he have ushered it unto you. Not because Sister Deborah said. You get what I'm saying? That's going back to tell you that you have to have that relationship. A lot of people even do use the Ruach HaKodesh, or I have the Ruach, because they use it as if it's just that easy to get. Oh, I can just have the Ruach. I got the Holy Spirit. Oh, I have the Ruach. But see, they don't understand. It comes with characteristics that only he can give you. You can't just go on and give. He said his thoughts is not even your thoughts. Your thoughts are not his thoughts. Your ways are not his way. When I tell you what Ahayah, come on with it. Give me your thoughts. Give me your ways. I know the only way I can get it is in thee. Your spirit abiding with my spirit, and we becoming one in Yeshua HaMashiach as well. So that's what makes us greater. It's when all that is in us than anything in the world. You see what I'm saying? But when we get here and we want to portray roles because of what we hear, but we don't have that relationship with him. We don't have that communication with him. We don't have that spiritual power among him because we chose to just live it on solid ground as it is spoken and just live it. No, baby, this thing is real. You have to have a real relationship with him to be able to know him. What did he tell them? Come judge me, they gonna come and they said, I did this, and I did this in what? Your name. So this is what I said to him when I was young, when I was in the teens. I say, wait a minute, hold up. I got a question, Father, y'all. I got a question. They said they did this. They did this in your name. They did this in your name. They did this in your name. I mean, look at all that they said they did. He said, Deborah, I don't have no problem with what they did. I have a problem with that name. See, he's letting you know, I never knew you, so the name you used couldn't have been my name. He said, Deborah, I don't have no problem with them doing these signs and wonders. My problem wasn't with them. I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is deep. He said, my problem ain't with what they did, Deborah. They said they did this in my name. They did this in my name. The problem I had, listen to this, y'all. Let me tell you what the Spirit told me. He said, the problem I had, Deborah, was with that name. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Only one is given that name is those whom Ahayah has given it unto. You see? I sat and I told you all those years going in the closet, I couldn't remember nothing in that closet. All those years. But the word Ahayah, Ahayah. Now, you got to understand. That's almost 50-something years. That's the only word I can remember when I come out. Never knowing what it stood for. But I can come out remembering Ahayah, Ahayah. So that leads me to understand when I turned 60, he said, that's my name, Deborah. That's the name he has given me to say it because I have experienced him speaking with me by that name. Giving me the only thing out of that closet that I left with was that name. And when was that? I think it was when I first started on YouTube. A man from Africa. I asked all the Hebrews. I was giving them a message. Tell me, what do Ahayah, Ahayah mean in Hebrew? None of them could answer. None of them could answer. Africa came in. And he said, Miss Deborah, Ahayah, Ahayah means I am. That is his name. I said, there it is. There it is. And I still didn't use it. I still didn't use it. I still was using Yah and Ahayah. Not Ahayah, Yahuwah. I still was using that. But last year, he said, no, Deborah, you said something on that YouTube. And I'm going to give it to you. I said, well, what was that I said a lot of things, Father. Yah, that name, you got it. And ever since then, I've been saying it. You go back to my videos, you'll never hear me say Ahayah, Ahayah. I only said it because he brought it to me. That it's okay for me to use the name that I only knew I came out of the closet with. And that was Ahayah, Ahayah. Ahayah, the Father that we say we know, his ways are in stone. He's not going to cut you. He's not going to erase it. He's not going to change it. He's not going to move his ways. He's not going to move his thoughts. He ain't going to change nothing for us. Either we're going to have to get with his program or get somewhere and sit down. Most likely we're going to get somewhere and sit down because that's look like what everything is heading to. And he gave me something else. But let's continue his ways. I want to get into that. 1 John. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Did I finish Isaiah 55? Let us go there again. Isaiah chapter 55. I'm not going to hold you long. Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said Ahayah. Now listen to this. Verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. I'm going to tell you what he's saying to me now. He said, Deborah, when I send those out to represent me, can you all please hold someone at the door? I'm sorry. And he says, okay, all these thoughts, okay. Now, this is what he was saying to me as I was reading Isaiah 55, verse 8 and verse 9. This is what he's saying. He said, people that he sends that or chosen. When he sent them, you are not to be accepted. You are not to be embraced. You are to be dissected. You are to be caused to say, I don't believe this, and I don't believe this, or this is a lie. I don't agree with this. That's the whole makeup of my thoughts ain't your thoughts. My ways ain't your ways. I was sent among you, those who I have suffered, to have my thoughts and my ways, because I was sent through their spirit. You see, but when people come along and they come in and they begin to try to orchestrate who you are, what you saying, what you thinking, the way you're saying it, those are people coming in from all corners to see what way can they enter into the light. You see, and they forever having questions after questions. See, Ahayah is not about all that. The spirit of the Most High is not about all those questions. Because if Ahayah said yes and you question, well, why do you say yes up? No, then watch this here. If Ahayah said up, well, what do you mean up? If Ahayah said down, what do you mean down? If he said left, what do you mean left? If he said right, what do you mean left? Right. Those are people who's coming to, how would I say it? Destroy. Because they forever questioning everything, because in them is a spirit of unease. They are unease. They can't settle for what they hear and believe. He said this thing come by hearing. But if you don't have the Ruach HaKodesh, you should not hear. You should not believe. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense. You see, I sit and I tell you all, give or take, come down to it this here, out of 100, maybe 20%, I'm in one accord with as far as understanding. But you catch me on the spiritual and truth end, I mess you up. You see what I'm saying? I don't have time to deal with people on the level of where they want you to deal with them. Okay? I have to come from my Father's end. The one that said your thoughts ain't my thoughts, your ways ain't my ways. That's the end I got to come in on, and that's the end I got to go out on. Now, everything Sister Deborah have said. Right now, everybody's getting relaxed in their own understanding, in their own ways, in their own thoughts, in their own way of living and portraying, and they get so relaxed. Now they don't even see the fire. Sister Deborah said, well, y'all be careful out there. There's fire. The fire's finna try you by the fire. The judgment already been out. I've been saying that for about 2.5 years in the midst of the house of Israel. The judgment been there, and they don't understand why a lot of this stuff is happening to our people. So as I continue to see the word of the Most High, it's like a stone, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. It's going to stand still. It's going to stand still. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing to see it like that too, because it lets you know, look, if you come up with something and you think something and you understand something, look, don't come here with that. I'm talking to me now. I'm speaking to me, to the Father. Don't come here with that. What did I say? What did I tell you? It is what I say it is. You see what I'm saying? So if he's like that with me, solid as a rock, why should I teach or speak of him anything outside of being a stone? Every word is in stone. It's not going anywhere. And the fire I told y'all about, all you have to do, go back to Deuteronomy. And I'm going to give you a couple of verses. That's the treat I'm going to give you before I get off of here, to show you he ain't playing. He ain't playing. And that stone, that fire, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Father. Yeah, hold up. You know? If it was not for the gifts that he has instilled in me to accept the things that he is orchestrating for this day and what is to come. And a lot of times we're looking for something to come and we don't even understand it's already there. That's how I see it from the wilderness. It's already there, baby. It's there. So while everybody is trying to prepare for the next step, and the next step, they don't understand we're at the end step. We ain't at this step, this level, this level, this level, this level. We're at the end step, the last step. And a lot of people were saying, oh, the Bible been saying that we at the end, we at the end, and that's how people take it. Because people is in their own understanding in what they believe. But I love Isaiah 55, verse 8 and verse 9, because it lets you know, look, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways. So how do you hey, wait a minute, hold up. Because this is what I asked. How do I get into your thoughts and your ways? He said, through my spirit, in which been teaching you all this time. I know that's right. I know that's right. So here we are, 1 John. In 1 John chapter 2 and verse 16. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay? See, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes. That's deep there. Lust of the eyes. I'm gonna get. Because people who have, they think that they can just get whatever their eyes sees and whatever their heart wants. Because you have. But you have nothing if you ain't done what the Father told you to do with it, period. You still out there playing you. Okay, what happens? And the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. See, this is a realm that I tell you all that you see people in today, because they thinking it's about what they say it's about, what they want it's about. Y'all saying here, I don't have no problem with that. That's because you in the world. You see, this represents the world and the world only. Let's read it again. The 1 John chapter 2, and it was verse 16. It says, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, wanting, seeing something, I want that. Oh, no. After I finish that, I want that one over there too. After I finish that, I want that. The lust of the eyes. See, a lot of people think this lust is a man lusting after a woman, or a woman lusting after a man, sexual. No, baby. You can have eyes that want, and lust for it, desire it. But then when Ahayah said, give this, you can't give it. Because what? You got too much lust for your own needs through your own eyes. You can't see what Ahayah said, do this. You see? And I like that, because to me, that's tried by the fire. That's the fire. Y'all would try you by the fire to see if you're about what you say you are. If you say he is in you and he's greater in you than he is in the world. Y'all would try you up and down and all around. And I love it the way he does that. I love Ahayah's way. Now listen to what verse 17 said. And the world passes away and the lust thereof. Now what did Sister Deborah say yesterday? What did I tell you? All these ways go to the grave, y'all. So what history do you need to follow? History goes to the grave. History is not something we take for eternal. We supposed to be building up the treasure for the heaven. Why are we taking all this history and all this? We got men right here today still on these devil platforms trying to prove they the people. Still trying to prove we're the people. If that's not letting me know as a prophetess, it's going like I told you, ain't it, Deborah? Yes, sir. Yes, Father, Ahayah. It's going identical to the way you said it. Because you would have to have something up here wrong to feel that you have to explain to the world you are the people. It's if they're going to say, oh, well, we have to treat you like this because you're the people. No. His word is in stone because his ways are in stone. And what do that mean? He got it nailed in stone. It means you ain't going to bring anything that he has already prophesied up out of what he said it is. And it's going to be. And it shall be. It's going to be exactly the way he says it. His ways are in stone. Now, listen to this. Everything goes to the grave. So say, for instance, you want to search your history with Harriet Tubman. Search it. What is it going to benefit you in this day and time? If you want to search Abraham Lincoln and search who the Roman this and the Catholic this, it ain't nothing wrong with knowing these things. But when you get on here in such a midnight hour and feed this to people who don't meet who don't even listen to the word of the Most High, but you feel that they should have the words of the history embedded into their mind thoughts. These people are gone. So the only thing that you can help here is spirit and truth. Can't nothing help here. Nothing but spirit and truth. That's the only thing that's going to bring people to the level of where they need to be because of what is happening. Okay? Right now, everybody's cool, everybody's calm, everybody's, oh, we're going to be all right, things is looking okay, as long as things stay like it is. That's how they say it in their flesh out. Even though they speak in one word in their spirit, this is what they're saying in their flesh. And the Father said, but leave them alone, let them alone. And I am. Because you know why? In the spirit realm, wait until you see the outcome. See, because you're not preparing your spirit for the food and the nourishment of the spirit. You're so embedded in the flesh, in the ways of the flesh, to where you can't see holding anything spirit and truth. Now listen to this. And he said in verse 17 of First John, chapter 2 and verse 17, the world passes away and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Father abide forever. Hallelujah. So I had to climb on top of men that were my age and older that says they're apostles and they're a prophet. I wanted to let them know you're searching history that dies, baby. You should be trying to search the history for eternal life. You see, not history that dies, that goes in the grave, but history that has eternal life. And this is what the Father said. And I'm going to make sure I mark that because that is beautiful. If I had came upon this verse, I could have put it before them. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of the Father abide forever. So it's about doing the will of the Father. In what way? It's like my prayer to the Father is that you save, sanctify, and set aside my children for thy will, and not the will of the world. Not a prayer to change the will of the Father, but a prayer of a mother. Just, and I say it like that, just a prayer of a mother. And I leave it like that because I would never want to climb on top of the will of the Father. If it's my Father's will that he filled them with the Holy Spirit, that's what I'm saying when I said just a mother, because his mother can't outweigh the Father in heaven. Let your will be done. So I like that because he's letting you know everything else goes to the ground. So if we take our time today to really study what the heathens done and what the heathens keep doing and what the heathens, it's nothing wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with knowing, but to the point where you want everybody to think that you know something because you're bringing them history. No, baby, that's not the history that needs to be known right now. Okay, the fire is on the earth. People are going to be tried by it, and they're not getting out of it. Okay, now when I go to Romans chapter, what is it? Romans chapter 11. Romans chapter 11. Yep, Romans chapter 11 and verse 33. Romans chapter 11, verse 33. It says, O death of the riches, both the wise, the wisdom, and the knowledge of Ahayah. O thy death of the riches, both wisdom and knowledge. That's what Ahayah called riches, is wisdom and knowledge from him. You see, people will take what they have and make you think that's riches because they got it. No, baby, that's not what Ahayah is saying. Okay, that is not it, nor will it be. Okay, so those spirit needs to back up and back down. Okay, so he's saying here in Romans chapter 11, verse 33, all thy death of the riches, both the wisdom and the knowledge of Ahayah. How unsearchable are his judgment, and his ways past finding out. So when you look on these devil platforms and you see people are not um, teaching spirit and truth, teaching words to light, is this the way to light, teaching there's the narrow gate. When you see those things, then this here lets you know. Listen to this again. Romans chapter 11, verse 33. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of Ahayah. Wisdom and knowledge of Ahayah. How unsearchable are his judgment and his ways past finding out. So if people feel that they can find out and they know so much and they got this and they got that, go for it. Go for what you know. Go for it. And I hope people find pleasure in doing so. Because it says here, unsearchable are his judgment. I mean, you can't search his judgment. It can be right in the midst of you, waiting to judge you. But you can't search his judgment and his ways past finding out. You can't just think, I can do this here. And a lot of people think like that. That's how a lot of people are. And that's how they feel, and that's how they're going to continue to feel. No one's here to change that or to move that. That is going to also be tried by the fire. Everything that people think that they got set for themselves and in their ways, it's going to be there. One thing I can tell you, spirit and truth has gotten every disciple, every prophet, every man of the Most High Ahayah in here killed. Y'all didn't know that, did you? Has gotten them killed. Many of them has lost their lives, tortured and tormented because they spoke truth. So truth is not supposed to, spirit and truth is not supposed to come and make you feel, I got it. No. It's a two-edged sword. In case people didn't know that. Spirit and truth is the truth of the matter, who Ahayah is and how he runs and how he ain't about playing. The truth of the matter, where he stands, who he is, and what he's about. Can he come down here and do it himself and tell you? Yes, he can. But he's got it set up from the floor up like he always said. His ways are in stone. He always sent his to come down to give mankind his ways and his thoughts. He sent them down as his, as prophets and prophetess. And a lot of people really believe that they're going to override that and get to where they need to get to. You're going to have a chance. You're going to have the ability to do just that. Because if the fire has already been kindled, go for what you know. Go for what you know. Okay? Now, in Romans chapter 8, in Romans chapter 8, in verse 28, Romans chapter 8 and verse 28. And we know that all things work together for the good to them that give and gave Ahayah. What is the give and gave? It says, love has given Ahayah all their mind, their heart, their strength, and their spirit. That's what give and gave is. Here it has love. A lot of people tell you the main commandment is to give Ahayah all your mind, your heart, your strength. It's not your mind, your heart, your strength, and your spirit. Give it to Ahayah so he can do what he does best by placing his gifts in you and giving you his spirit. He said, give that to me. Give me all of that. Not one of them, not just your heart, not just your mind, not just your spirit, not just your strength. Because all that he's speaking of is the things of you that is spirit. Give it to me. I abide in it and I will make it stronger. You see what I'm saying? I will make it all that it needs to be. Give it to me. So when it says here in verse 28, and it says, together for good to them that love, them that give and gave Yah, to them who are the called according to his purpose. See, it's in stone, y'all. It's not your purpose in what you say and how you feel, and in your emotion, in your personal opinion, and what you say and what you think. No, Ahayah ain't about that. I know a lot of things have told you it's all about you and about your flesh feelings and your flesh emotions, your fleshly personality, opinion. And that's what people get caught up in and they lose out because people don't understand. He said, everything you're going to be judged. Come that time of judgment, you're going to be judged for everything that you've done in your body. Now, your body going to be in the grave. What do it mean? The ways of your body that you had those wicked thoughts, the wicked understanding, the wicked knowledge, the wicked emotions, the wicked feelings, not wanting to take heed to nothing Ahayah is saying. He gives you the open door to all the darkness. There, here, then. I love it. I love it. Because that's exactly what Yeshua is saying. All that thou hast given me, I have not lost one. Meaning, out of 12, it's how many? I think one was 6,000, a multitude. One was 5,000. More than one was 5,000. A couple of them was 3,000. More than three, a couple of them. These are the multitude. Yeshua wasn't saying the multitude. Yeshua wasn't saying the multitude, all that thou hast given me. No, he said the 12 out of all of that. So it don't mount up to nothing. If one, like with me, I deal with one, Father Yah, because that one is the one that grabs the baton and take it into their community, into their family, into their neighborhood, into their city, into their town, and they run with it. And they take everything they didn't heard the prophetess say, and they run with it. And everywhere they go, a higher study moved them higher on the step. And next thing you know, they out there speaking spirit and truth. Nobody bothering them. They're not suffering. They're not going through this and going through that. No, because they the end time prophets and prophetess that Ahayah is sending out for such a dark hour. He still got heathens out here. Sister Deborah is not the only one. Sister Deborah is the one that was taught from the wilderness and been taught since she was a little girl to hold on to his unchanging hand and not be bombarded by nonsense and feelings and personalities and personal opinion. Scoop. You see? So I say unto you that everything the Father has, he has stone. His ways are in stone. He already told me. You know how many times I went to him with my feelings, called myself gonna cry a little bit, and I already know he told me your tears is like icicles, so ain't no need me crying. But I said, but Father, no, Deborah, that ain't gonna work. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And that's going back to his ways are in stone. So I don't care about your emotions. Now, when he came to me this morning and was telling me about my family and how the funeral we have on the 5th for my brother-in-law, on the 5th of October, then he tells me that's the start. And I'm like, what? Yes, that's the start, Deborah. That's the beginning of something that is about to take place. So what do they say to Deborah? Okay, my father finna allow some things to come down. I just might as well wait for him to embrace me. That's it. I don't go buckling up to what he says. Is he telling you that? No, he's telling Sister Deborah something way beyond your mind can comprehend. And that means great sorrow is about to come upon you. Let me know you're going to feel that same fire that I have put upon the earth. And Sister Deborah's going to be tried. But you think that I'm going to buckle up in this flesh round about now? No, because I know he remembered him saying to me, I have branded you for my name's sake. I have given you the spirit of endurance. You can do this side. Keep running, Deborah. Keep running. And while I'm in this race, I don't know if you all know this, I'm holding the baton in my hand. And my hope and ideal of still holding it is when I'm gonna let it go. When I'm gonna let it go. You seek for people who can snatch the baton out of your hand and take off running, but you can't find it. Because too much emotions and feelings and ways of trying to find error and wrong and unjust and unrighteous in the prophet and don't understand. Sister Deborah is running the race. She still got the baton in her hand. And that's a sad thing because all I want to do is swoop. See, when I used to run the 440 relay, I could be the starter runner, but the one that takes it in is the runner. And I just learned about, let me tell you what else I learned. I learned about the two prophets. The two prophets, they're going to be prophets that's coming, but he calls them witness. They're going to be cutting up on the tribe of Judah and the house of Israel as well. When I thought that they was just coming for the Gentiles and the heathens, oh no, baby. Oh no. Oh no. Ahayah told them to show up and show out. That means the whole house of Israel as well. See, we think we been up and down. We've been all up because we thinking that, oh no, the two witnesses. And here goes Sister Deborah. Oh, I can't wait to see the two witnesses. Oh, I can't wait to hear about the two witnesses. The two witnesses bringing fire, y'all. No play. They're going to be doing some cutting up. And it ain't going to be pretty. And it ain't just to the heathens and to the Gentiles. They just going to be the one Ahayah get to stop them, to bring them down to take their lives in the flesh, just so they can lay there 3 days and y'all bring them back up. But they coming to throw down even on us. And I'm sitting here saying, oh, I can't wait to the two witnesses. I can't wait to hear about them. Ahayah told me the other day, you ain't going to have to wait. You're going to hear it. But what do you mean, Father? What do you mean? They the witness, Deborah. You was a witness. You were called the prophetess to judge the whole house of Israel. They ain't heard you like they ain't heard them. Every prophetess and every prophet, not prophetess, but every prophet that came, they ain't heard them. They don't listen to them. Never did. Only thing they saw fit for the prophet is to kill them. Because of what? What they were saying. So I could have go on and on and on the ways of Ahayah is solid as stone. It's engraved. And ain't nothing that we think that we're going to get back with. Oh, yeah, it seems real calm. And he said it's going to be like the storm going to be calm. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to tell you, as a living witness being taught from the wilderness, the worst of the worst is yet to come. And it's already right there. You just can't see it. And by me seeing it, I'm like saying, why is everybody acting like, it's all, it ain't nothing wrong with acting that way. Because that's about all the peace you're going to end up with is what you got now. At least you feel you got. And like I say, when people, everything is going well for people and they feel they got something that somebody else don't have, or they feel they got everything they need, they figure, hey, I'm not in threat for nothing. I got this, I got that. And even who they say they got it, Ahayah is going to be tried by the fire. So I, Sister Deborah, say, I'm not going to hold you long, but I'm going to end this message right here and now. And I want to say to those who've been on the live chat, I appreciate each and every last one of you and say, blessed be the Most High, Ahayah. And I appreciate you tuning in and joining me this afternoon on this message. And I felt really compelled to come back because I was trying to speak of this while driving and my phone went out because of the heat. And I thank the Most High for suffering me to bring forth this word. And it's giving him all praise. And I appreciate you on there giving him praise. I think that is so beautiful that you just sit here just giving him the praise. I love you for that because that's what you're doing. You giving him the praise. I see your hands. I see, and that's wonderful. Stay in the fight. Stay in the race. It's not a fight. Yeah, it is. The Father said it is. Stay in the race and don't give up. Just keep running. And get in that closet with the Father so he can deal with you on that level. And there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Just giving him all the praise and the glory because that is what we're going to need in us in these days. I was going to, one more thing. I was going to explain to you why Sister Deborah is also saying this. And this wasn't a part of my verse, This was why I'm speaking to you all. The Father is telling me something right here regarding this fire I'm telling you all about. And he's speaking to me in my spirit already regarding that. And I just want to just cover a little bit of what he's talking about to me while I'm speaking to you all. And I'm going to give you that and let you see exactly what Sister Deborah is telling you. I know it looks like everything is smooth sailing. Just all Ahayah is saying, get in me, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on within me. Come in me in one, you know, because you're going to need me. But let me show you, let me see if I can. I'm going to give it to you exactly what he's giving me. Okay. And then it says, and then Ahayah will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even greater plagues, and long continuance, and sore sickness, and long continuance. But let me see how more. Listen to this. In verse 6 and 60 of Deuteronomy 28, verse 60. That was verse 59. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the disease of Egypt, with which thou were afraid of, and they shall cleave to thee. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of the law, them will Ahayah bring upon thee until thou art destroyed. You're still missing it. You see, he ain't playing. He ain't playing. And this is what the fire is. It's to try you by that and see if you're going to be standing, saying Ahayah, Ahayah. But if you have him in you already, and you speak in spirit and truth, and the spirit and truth rest therein, you're going to be okay. No matter what, you're going to be okay. But those that's running around here thinking that they got the power because they who they are, who they think they are, who they think they're going to be, and who they think they have, you're going to have a hard time. So I, Sister Deborah, say to you all, I appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I say to you, blessed be the name of Ahayah, Ahayah. And I will see you soon. Shalom and shalom.